if I told you that one of India's most powerful deities was deliberately left unfinished? That behind those mesmerizing round eyes of Lord Jagannath lies a story so mystical, so profound, that it has captivated devotees for thousands of years? The iconic deity at Puri with no hands and no legs isn't the result of poor craftsmanship. Shockingly, this incompleteness was divinely ordained, a celestial plan that unfolded through an extraordinary test of faith. Today, I am going to narrate to you the fascinating story of why the Lord of the universe, Lord Jagannath, chose to appear in this world without hands and legs. In the ancient kingdom of Puri lived a devout king named Indradyumna. Mysteriously, in his dream, guided by divine intervention, he received instructions to find a sacred log of wood washed ashore from the ocean. This wasn't just any piece of wood. It was infused with the divine essence of Lord Vishnu himself. The king's heart raced with devotion. He dreamed of housing the Supreme Lord in the most magnificent temple ever built. But first, he needed a skilled artisan who could transform this mystical log into a worthy deity. Unbelievably, as if answering the king's prayers, an elderly craftsman appeared at the palace gates. His eyes held wisdom beyond mortal years, and his hands seemed to possess divine skill. He agreed to carve the deity, but with one unusual condition. I must work in complete isolation for 21 days. No one, not even you, O king, may enter my workshop or see the deity until I have completed my work. If anyone disturbs me before then, I will leave immediately, and the work will remain forever unfinished. Intrigued and desperate, King Indradyumna agreed. Days passed in anxious anticipation. The kingdom buzzed with speculation about the divine form taking shape behind closed doors. But mysteriously, after just 14 days, something unusual happened. The sounds of carving suddenly stopped. Complete silence. Not a whisper from within the sealed chamber. Shockingly, this silence continued for days. The queen, consumed with worry, approached the king with trembling voice. What if something has happened to the sculptor? What if he has fallen ill or worse? My lord, we must check. The king was torn between his promise and his concern. His faith was being tested in the most agonizing way. But wait, it's getting even more intense. On the 15th day, unable to bear the suspense any longer, the queen pushed open the door to the sacred workshop. What she saw left her speechless. The chamber was empty. The mysterious sculptor had vanished without a trace. And there, in the center of the room, stood three divine figures carved from the sacred log: Lord Jagannath, his brother Balabhadra, and sister Subhadra. But astonishingly, their forms were incomplete, with no hands and no legs, just stumps for arms. When the king discovered what had happened, he was devastated. He had failed the test of faith. Now the divine forms would remain forever incomplete. Interestingly, later that night, as the heartbroken king fell into troubled sleep, Lord Jagannath himself appeared in his dream with a revelation that would change everything. Dear devotee, the Lord spoke with infinite compassion. Do not grieve. This is exactly how I wish to appear. You see, in this form, without hands or legs, I am completely dependent on my devotees. I cannot move without you carrying me. I cannot eat without you feeding me. I cannot dress without you clothing me. His divine voice deepened with profound wisdom. This unfinished form is my most perfect form. It represents the ultimate truth, that God and devotee are eternally interdependent. I am incomplete without your love, just as you are incomplete without my grace. Unbelievably, what seemed like a failure became the most powerful symbol of divine love. To this day, millions gather yearly for the famous Rath Yatra festival, where devotees literally become the Lord's hands and feet by pulling his massive chariot through the streets of Puri. But who was the mysterious sculptor? Ancient texts reveal he was none other than Vishwakarma, the divine architect himself, who disappeared because the time ordained for Lord Jagannath's appearance in this particular form had arrived. What's the secret behind those captivating round eyes of Jagannath? They're wide open, missing nothing, reminding us that even without physical hands, the Lord embraces the entire universe. Even without legs, he journeys into the heart of every sincere devotee. Shockingly, this incomplete deity has become one of the most complete expressions of divine-human relationship in spiritual history. This is why Lord Jagannath has no hands or legs, not because of an interruption, but because of divine intention. The Supreme Lord chose to appear dependent on his devotees' love and service, teaching us that spirituality isn't just about worship, but about relationship, interdependence, and selfless service. If you like the story, do type in the comments, Jai Jagannath. If you found this story meaningful, please like and subscribe for more such ancient Vedic wisdom that remains surprisingly relevant in our modern lives. Please share this story with friends and family of all ages, as spreading the timeless wisdom of Sanatana Dharma across generations is essential to preserving our cultural heritage.